Hello everyone and welcome back to Video Games, the worst thing on earth. I'm Alton, with me as always is Reese.
Hello.
And Kay.
Greetings.
And today we are forced by circumstances to speak once again about video games. Our most hated and despised topic.
You didn't tell me that's what we were doing.
Yeah, I tricked Reese into being here by saying we were going to discuss weed and Popeye's biscuits. He doesn't know yet that we're going to be spending the next 15 hours discussing NFTs.
Oh, jeez.
So basically, the longer we sit on this, the more this pile of articles is going to keep growing. So I figured we better just get a head start on this topic and talk about the latest fad du jour among the gaming industry, and that is non-fungible tokens.
Every time this has come up in the past, I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about crypto. I've been like, it's perhaps the strongest stance I've ever taken on the pod. It's just like, fuck this. It's stupid. But I've won. I mean, sorry, I lost. They won. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel we've all lost here.
By weight of just how much fucking buzz there is about NFTs, we've been forced to spend an episode of the podcast talking about them. And I 100% agree with Reese. Fucking cryptocurrencies and shit are so fucking boring to talk about. It's just like, I mean, there's nothing inherently interesting about them. They're just like fucking Ponzi schemes for weird nerds.
I disagree, but you see, I'm a member of the Bored Ape clan. Yeah, you'll notice my avatar is a poorly drawn monkey JPEG. He's got a cigar in his mouth and one of those pussy hats.
Listen, Kay, I can tell you're joking because you didn't even get the fucking name right. The Bored Ape Yacht Club, because of course.
I don't fucking listen. I've had sex. I don't have to know what this shit is called. All right.
I think that's broadly the qualifications that you have to not know about NFTs. You'll have to be just a permanently virgin.
That's true.
Ugh. Oh. All right, let's get stuck in. So let's give a little overview for the people who have somehow stuck their head under a fucking rock for like the past several weeks. What's an NFT?
Great question.
Great question. My understanding is, before this, Alton was just like, we should watch the foldable human video, get some education. I was just like, none of this is happening. I'm too stupid to care. It's so mind-numbingly insane. But my definition is that there's the blockchain, which is like encryption, but there's like 1,000 extra steps that don't do anything. And then there's then you can put things inside of that digitally, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these images, as far as I can understand, are basically a proxy for crypto investment, which is in and of itself a scam that maybe has some tax dodging elements. Not 100% sure if that is going to work or not.
So yeah, as Kay and Reese said, like an NFT is just like probably the weirdest mutation of like the cryptocurrency animal, in that it's basically like a link to a JPEG on a server, because you own the block of text on the blockchain that has the link to the picture of the monkey. That means you own the monkey, apparently.
Own the monkey.
It's very stupid.
I'd like to ask you something,
yes,
to clarify things for me about kind of crypto and NFTs. In this whole realm, crypto is kind of like the first big hunk of Mandy, the movie. And then NFTs are everything after the part where he takes a sip from the demon jar of drugs. And it just like everything just kind of like just collapses in on itself, and it just like we descend into hell as just like the walls are blown out on the concept of digital speculation.
I think that that's a great analogy, Reese.
Yeah.
I would really recommend everyone go watch like the Folding Ideas channel's video on NFTs, even though I personally think that he's a little goblin boy, and I don't like him, but he makes good videos.
We're coming out against
Dan
Dan
Olsen.
Olsen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
Enemy of the
remember his posts, like, if you wish for a violent revolution, you suck. You're a poopy head. Just
Yeah,
I mean,
I middle-aged liberal. Like, what do you want?
I just like that too, but that's everybody. It's just like there's an understandable shying away of I'm not going to talk about political violence on the pod.
It's not that I'm like, oh, I love political violence. It's because it's like it was such a definitionally like making up somebody in your head to get mad at. Like nobody wants revolution. If we could fix things any other way, it would be fucking sweet. It's just that this is a
historical case is not in favor of there really being any other way.
Yeah, exactly.
To bring it back to NFTs, another really fun thing is that there is a speculative sort of investment aspect to it, and the presumption underlying all of this is that one day anybody might want to buy your ugly monkey JPEG, and that will never happen unless you can fool, much like a multi-level marketing scam, you can fool enough people to come in to buy ugly monkeys for tons of money,
right,
on the promise that somebody will one day buy their ugly monkey. And then you can sell them your fucking ugly monkey and try to make a profit. That's the only way. That's why the people who evangelize it do it so hard.
Exactly. It is a classic pyramid scheme where the people who get in first benefit the most, and people at the expense of everyone who gets in after them. And so, obviously, the gaming industry being a disgusting, greedy little hog, its nose instantly perked up at the scent of a single penny that could be made off of this trash. And so the last month or two has been just every single fucking company in perfect sequence. Every one of these companies announce that they intend to do NFTs. 2, immediately receive huge backlash, and 3, back down on it, but say we're interested in doing it in the future anyway.
Yeah. Because, an NFT for a game company is like, okay, we made a JPEG, and there are some freaks who will pay, like, a lot of money for this for no reason. Like, every company wants to do it. Yeah.
And so, are you guys ready to get into the articles? There's a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's some fucking million of them, but there's a couple of them which I feel like have something interesting to say.
I noticed one of these links says K and Reese no peeking.
Yes.
I want to.
I cannot wait to know what that is. I'm ready.
All right. So this is one earlier on from Kotaku, which headline: Ubisoft boss tells employees that NFTs are just the beginning. CEO Yves Guillemot compared the backlash to microtransactions and loot boxes, which is just like so fucking stupid, because DLC had a backlash to it, but like people could see the benefit of like actually receiving items in game, but nobody fucking wants like just a JPEG of like a hat that you can only use in the game anyway. There's no functional difference.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Nobody complained about like gameplay DLC, or like, if there's some cosmetic DLC and it's not insane, nobody really complains. Like initially the horse armor was condemned because it was, it's like
depravity.
a CD game on the 360. Like, what the fuck? This isn't even like, it's not online. It's like, what are we doing here? It's obviously the start of something bad, but nobody's complaining about like, oh, you buy an extra mission for $10 or whatever.
Comparing it to microtransactions and loot boxes, I think actually, now that I think about it, they're both just exploitative business practices, basically. People are complaining about it because they can see that you're just trying to wring more money out of them. But anyway, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot held a video Q&A this week to try and reassure developers about the company's controversial new push behind NFTs, according to multiple sources who were in attendance. But they said his answers were vague and leaned on buzzwords like metaverse and Web 3.0, leaving some disheartened by the company's latest PR disaster as before. The meeting, which sources said hasn't yet scheduled when the week started, came after an official reveal of Ubisoft's new blockchain-based technology called Quartz was widely mocked online, with a video showcasing it receiving over 40,000 downvotes on YouTube. Kotaku previously reported that developers at the company were critical of the rollout as well, with internal announcement exploding in hundreds of comments that range from skeptical to dismissive. This is just giving everyone a little refresher. Ubisoft, they tried to push NFTs and then it immediately exploded in their face, which is very funny. And this isn't actually the article that I wanted to read. The one I want to read is one from Rock Paper Shotgun, and I'll post it in the chat. And this is Ubisoft think people, quote, don't get the thrilling benefits of NFT items by Alice O'Connor.
True. They're right. I don't.
I think that this is so funny. It's like, could I be that out of touch? No. It's literally everyone else on the planet who's wrong. All right, so let's read through this. Ubisoft were the first huge games company to excitedly launch a line of NFTs, then be told by almost everyone, no, don't do that, it sucks. Well done, almost everyone. Oh. In a new interview, Ubisoft's blockchain boys said people, quote, don't get it. So in December 2021, Ubisoft launched a blockchain platform called Quartz, which they would use for NFT virtual items called digits. They started out with a line of numbered hats and guns in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That's so fucking lame.
Talk about, like, imagine you are playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint. You are at the absolute low of gaming.
You are at the nadir of your gaming experience.
No, John Bernathal's pretty good. And then they do this to you. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
You're like, oh, well, this is okay. I'm not having a terrible time. And then they just sort of like, blammo, buy our hats, dipshit.
Do they have an NFT for a workplace that like isn't infested with sexual predators? Do they have one of those?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
I mean, we could mint our first NFT collection of just sexual harassment workplaces.
Oh my god!
Get your unique sexual harassment workplace.
Yeah, it's just a JPEG of the word Ubisoft.
Oh my god! Activision Blizzard.
Riot.
Yeah, Riot, of course. The trailer announcing that soon sat with 96% thumbs down on YouTube, and I don't know anyone who found the prospect exciting in any way. On Thursday, Finder published an interview with Nicholas Pouard? I guess.
Fuck that name. There's too many fucking French people involved with Ubisoft. We got to put a stop to it.
I know. VP at Ubisoft Strategic Innovations Lab and Ubisoft's blockchain technical director Didier Genovese. Amidst platitudes like, quote, players are always right because they are our players and we love them, and so they're always right. Are you kidding me? You're a good little baby. You're smart little baby. Buy our products, baby. Like, fuck
these
me.
French fucks.
I've never heard anyone say it that way.
It's really weird. I don't like any of these people, and I don't want them to be alive anymore.
I don't like what this does to these kinds of people. Like they're energized in a way I think is very disturbing. Yes. It's like all these people coming up with all of the like NFT marketing terms and stuff. It's like enrichment in the moron C-suite zoo. They love it. They absolutely love it. It's improving their lives so much. Yeah,
you can tell that they're waking up every day feeling refreshed.
It's like if you gave like a chimp cocaine. They love it. You're so right, Reese. Something about NFTs just activates like all the neurons in like these demons' brains. Very strange. All right. Anyway, amidst platitudes like the players are always right because they're our players and we love them, and so they're always right. Oh, fuck me. They explained why they think their players are wrong. We love you. You're smart gamer. You buy our products. You're so smart. But here's why you're a fucking idiot. Quote, I think gamers don't get what a digital secondary market can bring them, Puard said. Quote, for now, because of the current situation and context of NFTs, gamers really believe it's first destroying the planet and second, just a tool for speculation. Imagine just thinking that. Imagine just thinking the two correct things about NFTs. Oh, fuck. You can see why I wanted to read this article, right? It's fucking incredible. Okay, back to the quote. But what we at Ubisoft are seeing first is the end game. The end game is about giving players the opportunity to resell their items once they're finished with them, or as I like to call, speculation. I added that part. Or they're finished playing the game itself. So it's really, for them, it's really beneficial. But they don't get it for now.
Yeah, let's get a bunch of fucking random gamers to become now amateur, like, stock traders in a way that exclusively profits Ubisoft because they are selling the stocks.
When I think about what they're describing, at best, it sounds like the fucking trading cards on Steam. Like, there are a few psychopaths who get really fucking into that shit, but for everyone else, it's just stuff cluttering up your Steam inventory where you occasionally go like, oh, I've got a shit ton of these. And then I like sell like 50 of them to get like $4. Just my user experience is so minimally affected by anything on there. They want to do that, but somehow even worse with like a shitty technology that nobody asked for. Like they could have. This is the thing about like the blockchain, is that like nothing that these gaming companies want to do with it has ever required the blockchain. You know, they talk about like in-game items or like shit like that. But you know, Pokemon has had the ability to trade Pokemon to other generations for like 20 fucking years. And they don't have no fucking blockchain on Pokemon, I'm pretty sure.
You know, I haven't done any research, but everything I've seen I've not seen one compelling case for what the blockchain actually does that encryption doesn't. Like, oh, you can insert an image in there. Yeah. Okay.
We all know that in order for there to be a record of your ownership of something, there needs to be like 500 computers whirring away in a third world country, making sure that you in fact own that JPEG. But anyway, continuing on the article, quote, also, this is a part of a paradigm shift in gaming. Moving from one economic system to another is not easy to handle. There are a lot of habits you need to go against and a lot of your ingrained mindset you have to shift. It takes time. We know that. And this is so fucking evil. Like, they've admitted failure to bully everyone into using their stupid NFT platform now, but they're just sort of like, we'll wear you down.
Yeah, very explicitly, like, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because we want it and we see fucking dollar signs for our investors. It's gonna happen whether you widow gamers like it or not.
Yeah.
Continuing on, Genevieve mentioned that only 2,500 of Breakpoint's free NFTs were claimed in the first fortnight. So even the fucking troglodytes who are playing Breakpoint aren't even interested.
What an unparalleled L. You can't even get gamers to hoover up free treats.
I know.
Like, gamers will ruin their own life on purpose, voluntarily, for just a little sniff of treats on like some shitty mobile waifu game. And Ubisoft can't even figure out how to do that. It's just, I really love how much Ubisoft is bungling it.
It's fucking incredible.
You suck, you French fucks.
Puard also repeated Ubisoft's interest in the.
Can't say his name, dude.
What?
I googled
his name is disrupting reality every time I say it. 'Cause I imagine him saying it in the French way. He's like, my name is Puard, like Puard.
How do you say this in a way that doesn't sound like Puard?
I fucking googled how to pronounce Puard and I got no I got nothing. This is the only person with this fucking name on the planet Earth.
Oh my god.
Death to this man.
My name is Nicolas Puad.
Hello, my name is Nicolas Le Bag of Shit.
What if there is like an H sound, and what if his name is Nicholas Puhard? Just throw that out there.
Named for his lineage, his long lineage of hard shitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every member of the Puhard family has died, or the Puhard family has died of dysentery. Oh fuck.
Oh my
All
god.
right, we're calling him Puhard from now on. Fuck him. Let's keep going.
Puhard has also repeated Ubisoft's interest in the quote play to earn model, where games can be in some way profitable for the players through blockchain NFT something. It'll require special types of game design. As Puhard noted, fuck, now you got me fucked up when I try to say it. They won't be able to wedge a pay-to-earn economy into an existing game. Quote, it truly needs to be built from scratch. Aside from the fact that I don't want... unquote. Aside from the fact that I don't want my fund becoming a part-time job, I remain skeptical that you'd be likely to earn anything actually worth anything. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there are like multiple fucking like we'll get into this into like the quick fire round with like all the fucking articles that came out. But yeah, there are NFT games where you can buy like an NFT little monster character, and then like it's a shitty like Flash mobile game where you can actually earn in-game cryptocurrency that can be converted to real money.
I mean, the NFT games that are already out are being studied. I can't find the thread again, but you're just going to have to take my word for it as a primary source that this guy is talking about his job was to research NFTs in this like, weirdo game from Southeast Asia that has NFTs in it, and they're talking about how like it was really successful at first, but it's entirely based on bringing in new players because everything is about. Because once you have enough and you figure out the game, like you're just in weird speculation mode again, and you're where you were before. The only way you can actually make money is by selling the stuff to the new people who need it or renting it to them. And then it's just like that's great for the early adopters, but once they can no longer onboard new people, it's just like it just dies.
I was just gonna say they're proposing turning video games into little mini pyramid schemes. That's
pretty much exactly. And I mean, let's talk about what he said earlier when it said you have to build it from scratch. You can't just wedge it into an existing game. That's because if you wedge it into an existing game designed to be fun to play, it won't do anything. Nobody will interact with this weird system you've created. And I want to bring up one of James Stephanie Sterling's old hobby horses, which is like how fucking microtransactions and loot boxes mutate the games that they're in.
Totally.
I'm thinking specifically like the example of Shadow of War, the Lord of the Rings video game that when it came out, they had like just fucking microtransactions and like orc loot boxes.
Oh yeah.
Top three murders of microtransactions, let me just say. The first one was amazing. And they're just like microtransactions just straight up ruined that game so hard.
Yeah. And then later, like when they eventually backed down on it and removed it, they had to go back and rebalance the entire fucking game because the microtransactions completely fucking killed the pace of it.
And it's bloated and stupid when you play it. Like, I played a ton of that. It sucks.
Reese 2022. I played a ton. It sucks. I played a ton of it.
I really loved the first one, and I was hoping that it was gonna like open up into something. Like I 100% that game and then some. The first one. And that was the last time I ever loved.
I know exactly what you're saying, Reese. You keep playing because you feel like maybe it'll get good at some point, and it just never does.
It was like I was playing, like the joy was all the nostalgia for the first game as I was trudging through the second. Like
Yeah, and so literally, like, these fucking C-level executives, they see these play-to-earn models, which are just a pyramid scheme with the company at the very tippy top. And they're just like, this is incredible. We no longer have to make entertainment. We can just do pyramid schemes that lure children in to take all their money from mommy's credit card.
Yeah, and the systemic incentives mean that this is going to keep happening, like loot boxes,
exactly,
microtransactions of all kinds before them, all the free to play kind of like in-game currency scam shit. These have always been sort of cropping up, and then everyone's tried to fit them in where they can, because making a good game makes you money, but it doesn't make you infinite money. That's what they really want.
Once you've created like the corporate structure with like the board of directors, your investors, everything, it is solely designed to make money and nothing else. Like, it's just a fucking algorithm that like pumps out decisions that do horrible things that people hate, because they've determined that it will make them like an extra 10 cents per quota or whatever.
Yeah, are you going to go to your fucking shareholders like, we made this great fucking game that everyone loved. We made, $100 million. And they'll be like, oh, okay, why the fuck are you coming to me with that when this other company made $200 million selling gambling to toddlers? You piece of shit. Go out there, find those fucking babies, sell them loot boxes.
Listen, Kay, I admit that like Toddler Gambler 2 was a little sketchy, but they made some really great strides in the gameplay of Toddler Gambler 3.
I love Toddler Gambler 1. I 100%ed that, and I played after that.
Before they ruined it.
But going through 2 and 3 is just, I don't know. I was reliving the memories of Toddler Gambler 1.
You got to hand it to him, though. Great representation. There's toddlers of all ethnicities. There's a gay toddler.
Yeah, I mean the unlockable Elizabeth Warren toddler. Beautiful, great little touch.
We love it. We love it, folks.
It's just regular Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, it's the regular Elizabeth Warren voter. I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
Yeah. We've had so many people stop listening to this podcast because we keep insulting Liz Warren supporters.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, worth it though. 100% worth it.
Yeah,
I mean, feel free to take your shot at Bernie supporters. No more love to Bernie. So go hog wild.
Bernie, he didn't even get in Toddler Gambler 3.
Yeah, Bernie's got like no loot boxes.
What a sad old man. No loot boxes.
I bet he doesn't even fucking own an NFT.
I bet he doesn't even have a hat with a number on it.
Wow. No monkeys.
No apes on his yacht. No yacht.
No yacht even, Mr. Sanders.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like a serious individual to me.
Exactly. I can't take a leader of the free world seriously unless they're like rolling in blood-drenched money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You need to see it dripping from them at all times.
All right. We haven't even gotten through this fucking like one article. Come on. Let's pick up the pace. Okay, less goofing. All right.
I'm sorry.
It sounds like Ubisoft planned to go ahead with their NFT-orama, and they think public groaning is only because we don't understand. I do think that perceptions of in-game item NFTs, where you get something, are harmed by sharing a term with the daft NFT art market, where you get nothing, which is very true. NFT art is like literally just a link to a JPEG on a web server. That's what gets me about NFTs. Is like, it's literally, you own a link to the art. But I think that even those aren't the thrilling new opportunity Ubisoft apparently believe, and that a lot of the backlash is from people who can imagine a future of games built on that economic system all too well. As ex-Valve economist and former Greek finance minister Yanis Varoufakis recently observed, a lot of the
like that. Sorry, go on.
A lot of the gaming non-fungible blockchain metaverse is basically what Valve have been doing for years with their games in the Steam community market. Yes, I know about selling hats I don't want. I know about volatile speculative markets built upon artificial scarcity and illegal gambling too. I get it.
It's exhausting when we're intimately familiar with all this, yet companies act like their NFTs are a revolutionary new opportunity, because this time they're using the hot tech du jour, a technology which is filling headlines with hype scams, ludicrously inflated prices, and the ugliest damn Twitter avatars you ever did see. Gaming NFTs and blockchain meta junk seems to be more of interest to market speculators than people who, actually want to play video games. This can drive prices up to ridiculous levels, especially in games where NFT objects aren't just cosmetic. The next game from Peter Molyneux's 22 Cans studio sold 40 million pounds of virtual land NFTs.
Mm-hmm. They claim that it's not just a tool for speculation, but every single time it's used for speculation.
For players to make money off other players. Are they making virtual landlord simulator?
Yes, there's a fucking article about it. One of the articles in the list is about 22 Cans and Peter Molyneux's fucking NFT virtual land. It's quite fucked up. Well, anyone who knows the work of 22 Cans would think even 4 pounds is too high. I like that little dig at Peter Molyneux. Peter Molyneux is such a piece of shit. You remember when, I think, who the fuck was it that, brought up all his fucking lies to his face? Was that Laura Dale? Laura K. Dale?
I'm not sure.
I think it was. I think Laura K. Dale was the one who fucking, brought up to his face all the times that he's lied to people about the video games that he makes, and he cried.
What? Oh, Laura K. Buzz, that's amazing.
I can't see why game companies find this exciting, but I am filled with dread by the prospect of becoming a rent-paying tenant in video games too. Yeah.
Jeez.
They want to turn fucking video games into the housing market. Think about how terrifying that is.
I mean, we've already seen how this plays out in Second Life, kind of. Mm-hmm. I don't see what... I mean, obviously, from the word go, this is fraud on crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here, I'll finish up the article here.
Go ahead.
After years of loot box garbage, it's hard to feel hope in publishers moving to monetization technologies that are most popular amongst scammers, investors, and rich people flexing.
So those are all the same thing. They're all three the same same thing.
I have to say, any rich person flexing is always post bank account or poor. It's I remember the guy who ripped off Shitty Gamer Takes was calling everybody poor because they don't like NFTs. And
really?
People were just okay, post your bank account, dude. Weirdly, no responses.
And when they say rich people flexing, they're specifically referring to Jimmy Fallon and his fucking NFT ape section.
That was...
Yeah. Oh, that's the link. If you hover your mouse over it, it says Jimmy Fallon ape NFT NBC.
That was bad video.
Jimmy Fallon needs to be put out of his misery.
Jimmy Fallon.
I think that's why so many people are... I think that's why so many people are so vocally against NFTs. Or why even small, stupid things like free numbered hats and Ghost Recon are shouted down, because they don't want to allow NFTs the slightest opportunity to take root in games and potentially grow into worse things. That is the exact mindset people need to have. Think about every shitty thing in games right now. All of those started pretty small, and everyone with a brain was saying, hey, this is a slippery slope, and the industry was like, no, it's totally cool, trust us. And now it's totally standard to spend more on DLC now than you did on the core game. It's totally standard for games to have in-game currencies and stuff now. It's always a fucking slippery slope. These people are demons. It's their job to be demons.
100%.
There's one last paragraph. It is very funny that Valorant developers Riot Games this week fell over themselves to stress that a fictional character was not into NFTs. Fingers crossed more big developers start to feel embarrassment over being associated with them.
All right, so that's...
Click on that link.
Okay. Reese is posting... I'm assuming this is your DMs with The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon?
When I saw that clip, I immediately just clicked on it.
This is the DMs with the Tonight Show with @Fallon Tonight with Reese. Quote, your show is a blight on society. Everyone who works there is a bad person. May I please have a lock of Jimmy's hair for an occult ritual?
I think this should be the fucking the image for the episode.
I mean, hard to say no to that. It's quite the message. All right, so we got one more article, but let's go through like the list. I just want to go through these. Just even the fucking titles of these articles is sometimes enough. All right. So we've got the first one there at the top. Nintendo says it's interested in NFTs and the metaverse. We feel potential in this area.
Fuck off, Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo, who most people think of as having like better business practices, at least when it comes to exploitative like microtransactions and shit. Even then, they're smelling the blood in the water and they're going, fraud. I love it. Gambling for children.
I have to say though, I do not think Nintendo has it in them to implement technology.
That's true.
Sorry.
Yeah, they hate doing that.
They literally just discovered how to do online play. It might be a couple decades before we see them on the blockchain.
Yeah, you can't remember that thing you had to buy to talk on voice for Splatoon.
Oh my god!
Nintendo is not putting out NFT.
I do. That fucking like that was so weird. It was like that weirdo headset. It's like you had to plug it in the charging port or something.
Nintendo puts out NFTs. It's just going to be just like, like the NBA Top Shots thing. They just like contract out somebody else to have the Mario card that the stupidest person on earth, the quartering, can spend all of his money on.
I feel like Nintendo has been doing like the NFT art thing, except, real. So slightly more acceptable with like their little amiibos.
Yeah,
where you have to go. They're like fucking Nintendo love artificial scarcity and bullshit business practices like that. It's just that they haven't figured out how to fucking do it online yet, thankfully. All right, next article. Like Peter Molyneux's next game has sold 40 million pounds in NFTs. So yeah, we talked about this in the other article, but it's basically just like a town building simulator, but it's like it's built on NFTs and cryptocurrency, and it's just like owning a land NFT allows you to start your own in-game blockchain business association in Legacy. You'll be able to play Legacy while earning and owning your gameplay, explained Gala Games, the blockchain game company who 22 Cans are working with. Crucially, as a business association owner, you will have access to legacy keys. These items can be lent to other people who want to start in-game business in Legacy, making them your in-game business partners. Doesn't that sound fun, kids? That's so fucking fun!
These people are psychopaths, man.
It's just, what I've noticed with a lot of like NFT fucking scammers is they love talking to you like this is like your business partner. Like this is a great business opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Like they always big up like how they just like, oh, you could be a business association owner.
It feels like somebody trying to convince you to get in on a pyramid scheme. Like it's the same vibe, the same fucking language. It's the kind of implication that you're gonna like come in on like equal terms with them, but no, you're not.
All right, and here's the fucking kicker: the game's not even fucking out yet. Game's not out yet, and they've almost sold out of land NFTs. All the plots of quote unquote land sold so far have combined to the equivalent of 14,000 Ethereum, or around 40 million pounds. Holy shit!
On the off chance, on the very rare off chance that there are any wives listening to the podcast, if your husband buys digital real estate that's an NFT, kill him immediately. Like, don't think. There is nothing good for your family coming next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume that our listener base is mostly wives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To which I say, hey.
Let's see. So there's so many more articles here. So it's like Ubisoft Quartz NFT trail has a whopping 96% dislikes. NFTs are a scam, says indie game store itch.io, which is quite good. I think
Yeah.
this is the thing, is that like, so Steam, right? They banned people using like blockchain shit on their platform. I don't know if you guys have heard about that story. There was like this fucking like weirdo blockchain MMO that got banned off of Steam.
Yeah.
And so Steam has come down against NFTs. Itch.io has come down way harder against NFTs, actually calling them a scam. And the Epic Store is like, we love them. We love
Of
NFTs.
course.
Come to our platform.
I mean, the Epic Store is not about providing a service to the end user. It's just like, it's kayfabe for whatever, venture capitalists they're having meetings with. So I'm not surprised.
All right. And then the next one is like Mirror 4 is a bizarre crypto mine masquerading as a dated MMORPG. So this is another one of those fucking games that like visually I'd say it's a lot more impressive than other crypto games I've seen, but it's like it literally I read through this whole article, and eventually it just comes down to you are grinding so that you can spend time in a mine. Like your fantasy warrior that you create, this like character you make, it just boils down to, in the end, you're spending time in a virtual mine, like a literal mine, right? You go to a quarry and mine dark steel, but it's like they call their in-game NFT, like their in-game cryptocurrency, right? I think it's such a destruction of creativity. You know what I mean? Like imagination is just getting shot in the head here.
Yeah.
Like you boot up this MMO, you create this epic wizard character, and then like they reach level 40 and you just spend time in a quarry. Which is what I want to do with my with my fantasies. They all end in quarries for some reason.
Yeah, I am called to the mines.
Mm-hmm.
The public chat in the MMO NFT mine must be bigoted on a level that I don't think any of us can comprehend, and we can comprehend a lot of bigotry.
Here's another tweet from Nibble at Nibellion. To celebrate Castlevania's 35th anniversary, Konami has announced Castlevania NFTs. Yay!
Hey, thanks, Konami.
The shittiest fucking, well, I can't say that anymore. Activision Blizzard exists. But one of the shittiest companies in gaming, Konami, has jumped on board the fucking NFT train to sell art of Castlevania to you.
Yeah.
I've never played, I don't have any strong connection to the Castlevania. Do either of you?
Yeah. I will not do another old man Reese digression, but yes.
Okay. I was expecting a more emotional reaction, but I guess Konami probably has just wrung that out of anyone.
I believe all the tears over Konami have been cried.
Yeah.
I wish you just look at it and you're just like, I would be disappointed if they didn't come out with NFTs, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you're the company the gaming company that pivoted into literal gambling machines. So it's sort of like we don't expect anything better. Okay, so here's a couple of things. Did you guys hear about the letter from the Squaresoft president?
Yes.
That
no.
Oh my god, it's so fucking bad if you read through the whole thing. But essentially their New Year's resolution is to fucking do more NFTs. The
amazing thing, I forget what the line is, I have to find it. There's an incredible line. He's some people who play to have fun and who currently form the majority of players have voiced their reservations towards these new trends.
Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, so this is part of the letter from the fucking Square Enix, the president of Square Enix, Yosuke Matsuda, and this is the most insane part of it. Quote, I realize that some people who, quote, play to have fun, unquote, and who currently form the majority of players have voiced their reservations toward these new trends, and understandably so. However, I believe that there will be a certain number of people whose motivation is to, quote, play to contribute, unquote. By which I mean to help make the game more exciting. Traditional gaming has offered no explicit incentive to this latter group of people, who are motivated strictly by such inconsistent personal feelings and as goodwill. I'm losing it. I'm fucking losing it. And volunteer spirit. This fact is not unrelated to the limitations of existing UGC, user-generated content. UGC has been brought solely because of individual desire for self-expression and not because of any explicit incentive existed to reward them for their creative efforts. And he's talking about this like it's a bad thing. This is the most CEO brain thing I've seen today. It's so fucking weird. I don't know, something about like, I realized some people who quote unquote play to have fun, and just like, and then he's just like, user generated content has been brought in solely because of individuals' desire for self-expression and not because of any explicit incentive existing to reward them for their creative efforts. It's like, yeah, good. We see what happens when like mods are monetized in that way. You know what I mean? Like we see the corrupting influence of capitalism. Like when fucking Bethesda tried to make like paid mods a thing, and there was like $5 like, I don't know, mud crab armor or some shit. You remember that? Like as soon as there is money involved, the market says exploit.
Yeah.
Exploit,
there
exploit,
to do.
exploit. Like there's no, the artistry gets sucked out of it, and it becomes just a tidal wave of desperate people trying to be like the next big thing and like scam a bunch of people out of money. All right, so this is another article from Game Rant. Square Enix NFT letter leads to big stock bump despite fan backlash. And so, you know, I think we don't have to read this article. There's too many fucking articles to read, honestly, about this topic. But it really, that just shows you who this is for. They want to dress it up and pretend like, oh, you think you don't want this, but you do. It's not for any of us. It's for their fucking investors.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be obvious to everyone at this point, right? Like these AAA gaming studios. I mean, there's some good indie games that are, you know, still making games to be good. But every
They
like
do be good.
corporation essentially has just become this hollowed out husk that just seeks to drive profits to unsustainable levels.
Well, to play devil's advocate, it worked every time before this. You know, it feels like everything is a fucking pyramid scheme. Like just absolutely fucking everything involving money on some level is a pyramid scheme.
That's down to the economic model itself, which is a pyramid. You will notice it is shaped distinctly like a pyramid.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just like that's what I'm talking about. Is just like NFTs is just like this speculation madness that's taken hold. It's just like the lead of the pipes of capitalism is infesting the waters of every product that flows through it.
I just want to give us a little break here, and you know, we've been talking about how bad cryptocurrency and NFTs are for us and the planet, but I thought I would just stop here before we move on to our final article to bring up something positive about cryptocurrency and the market.
Oh,
so you guys ready for this one?
Yes.
All right. UN reports that millions of dollars in stolen crypto have gone towards funding North Korean missile programs. So,
oh man,
fuck dude.
You know, I gotta say, normally I'm an atheist, but when I hear that, the Lord works in mysterious ways, my friends. There is a divine hand in NFTs.
Oh, fucking North Korea is out here stealing all your apes.
Oh my god.
Oh,
no, they're
fuck.
collectivizing them.
They're collectivizing the ape. They're claiming the NFT yacht club for the people. Oh, fuck. But yeah, I think that when we're talking about, obviously NFTs are a scam, cryptocurrency is a scam, but sometimes we have to think who's getting scammed and who are the scammers. Because maybe this is like a Robin Hood scenario. Like, obviously, this is all trash. This is, on its face, evil. However, what if, because of this, we get nuked by North Korea? That would be awesome.
That'd be pretty good. I'm in favor of that.
Yeah, I mean,
Comrade Kim, push the fucking button.
Oh fuck. So I saw that in the web3isgoinggreat.com feed and I was like, oh well, that's actually pretty cool. So I knew that you two would get a kick out of it. I was just like, I just want to balance out all this negative talk about NFTs with something cool that it's doing.
I mean, at the bottom of Pandora's box, there was hope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck. That goes hard, actually.
Fuck. At the bottom of the NFT scam, there was Kim Jong-un with a nuclear missile. This is what is known in communist circles as revolutionary defeatism.
That's right. That's right. That's what this episode's really all about.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my god. Holy shit, that was funny. All right. Now let's do the last article of the day. This one's a fucking doozy. I read through this one in its entirety.
Oh, is this the one that we were not to peek at?
Yeah, this is the one you're not supposed to peek at, but now...
Okay, I'm gonna peek now.
It's peeking time.
All right, Kotaku article, EA's boss went from calling NFTs the future to running away from them. The FIFA maker downplays NFTs following its own internal crypto drama. I actually have no idea what this is about.
By Ethan
I
Gatch.
am so cranked to learn whatever the hell this is talking about.
It's pretty cool. I don't want to overplay. I don't want to like hype it up too much, but it's pretty funny. All right, continue.
All right. Just 3 months ago, EA CEO Andrew Wilson called NFTs an important part of the future of our industry. Mm-hmm. Now he's doing everything he can to downplay their significance. The move by the publisher of FIFA and Madden comes as the NFT backlash hits new heights, including at EA, where Kotaku has learned that even some of the company's own employees have been critical of Wilson's past positions on the controversial crypto tech.
This is what I wanted to show everyone here. Last December, Kotaku reported that Ubisoft's NFT plans faced heated criticism from its own employees. Some developers at EA felt similarly, however, and expressed their skepticism directly when Wilson was asked about NFTs in a company Slack channel in December, according to copies of the communications viewed by Kotaku. In a much more nuanced answer than he provided during the previous investor call, Wilson acknowledged environmental concerns and criticized the speculative push currently driving NFTs. At the same time, he reiterated that the company remained very interested in the NFT space because the CEO's comments were shared in a restricted channel. Employees were limited to responding with emoji, which resulted in a barrage of thumb downs, stop signs, worried looks, and even some Dr. Evil faces from Austin Powers. So actually, I think this might be what we want the fucking thumbnail to be. That is the reaction on the fucking Slack channel to Andrew Wilson's post about NFTs and being it is the most business major ass thing to say that, like, yes, we acknowledge that it's harmful to the environment and that it's being pushed by rampant speculation, but we are still very interested in it.
Like two dog with cool sunglasses versus 149 thumbs downs.
149 thumbs down, 110 stop signs, 96 just the word NFT with like a cross, a red cross. Yeah.
It's quite good.
Tons of other negative reactions. Right. Oh my god.
Let me continue. Not everyone reacted so negatively, and at least a few employees even voiced support for Wilson's answer in a separate channel. It was there that a representative for corporate communications posting under the quote EA Insider account jokingly quote unquote chastised staff for reacting so rudely to the company's CEO. Quote, It's amazing to me the gall of some folks to thumbs down and put emojis like do better in response to the CEO's comment, the representative wrote. Woo-hoo! So for the next round of Squid Games, let's play Will Your Employee Badge Give You Access or Not in 2022, zany face emoji.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What a little fucking... a little fucking worm.
What a pathetic cretin.
Read after the screenshot, Kay. My voice is going. I'm an old man.
All right. Employees took the threat seriously and immediately raised concerns. Quote, "Oh snap, totally forgot that we're not allowed to joke at all here, and that some people will always default to a negative connotation no matter what," the EA Insider account
What
wrote.
a fucking bitch.
Will remove the comment and ensure that EA Insider is devoid of any life whatsoever.
Good.
Wow.
What a fucking little crybaby.
You can tell from the way they speak in these two comments that they're a deeply annoying fucking human being.
Exactly.
And need to be stopped. A senior comms person then rushed in to confirm that, quote, an attempt at humor had, quote, crossed a line.
Oh my god.
Oh, been there.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, me neither.
And to reassure everyone that they would not be fired for disagreeing with Wilson on NFT. Okay. When asked about the incident.
No, they're going to be fired just for disagreeing.
No.
So,
They'll be fired.
The subject doesn't matter.
Don't worry. You won't be fired for that. You'll be fired after our next biggest game release ever so that we can pump up those stock numbers.
Yeah, exactly. When asked about the incident and Wilson's 180 on NFTs, a spokesperson for EA declined to comment. "I don't condone including company internal dialogue in your story, as it only then goes to erode trust where our employees feel like they can share their perspectives without fear of seeing it published in the media," they wrote in an email.
Another fucking bitch. It's like, "I don't condone including in company internal dialogue in your story. It erodes the trust our employees feel."
These people all stink of PMC, just like, get out of here.
Yeah. Like, I thought this was so fucking funny to me that, like, they had to have a senior comms person, like, try and cover their ass after this person just acted like a complete little asshole. And then, like, their response to Kotaku was like, "We don't want you to include these. It makes our employees feel unsafe." It's like, yeah, sure. That's why you don't want to include it.
Yeah, maybe they were the person who fucking made the EA Insider post.
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's like a spokesperson. They're just like...
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so fucking funny when, like, publishers get angry at, like, game journalists for actually doing their job.
Yeah, don't publish
there's nothing
the
they hate
things
more.
we say.
Don't publish what we say and do.
Yeah, you're supposed to be there to advertise our product and do nothing else. Why are you writing the things we say? I don't understand.
So in the meantime, EA joins the growing list of companies and high-profile artists who have decided NFTs aren't the next big thing after all, at least until the next call with investors. So yeah.
This is a pretty hard-hitting article. I like it.
It's quite good. It's quite funny. It has everything that you want out of, like, a good, like, Twitter dunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get, like, someone gets fucking ratioed, some idiot
EA ratioed.
Some idiot tries to, like, fucking defend them, and then it just makes a complete ass out of themselves, and then, like, the company itself, like, has to rush to say that, like, this person is joking. They can't actually fire you for disagreeing with Wilson on NFTs. Just like, what the fuck? Man, this bitch is just like, it's the gall of folks to thumbs down and put emojis like do better in response to the CEO's comment.
They're so indignant about it.
Like, clearly the majority of, like, developers are just like, fuck this. Like, the pushback of against NFTs, well, this is one of the things that they mentioned on the GameIndustry.biz podcast that I'll just shamelessly rip off. Why not? Is that, like, the pushback from previous things like, loot boxes and in-game purchases and shit like that has mostly, there's always been like a big pushback initially from gamers, right? From consumers. They see that this is very much against them and they get fucking angry about it, right? Like what they brought up is that they've never seen as big a pushback, not just from gamers, but from inside the company as well. Like when you can get fired for just being like slightly rude to somebody in a gaming company and like blacklisted, like think about how many fucking people had to like go out of their way to just be like, no, shut the fuck up, we don't want NFTs to their own CEO.
Yeah.
And it does, and it seems like, I obviously don't think that they care what they want, but you can see the C-suite people across the board being taken aback.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, I wonder what else could happen if y'all would have a collective voice. It's wild what can happen.
Yeah, it's so obvious that like these people are not used to actually getting any feedback from the people who work under them.
Yeah.
Even hearing just like or seeing like thumbs down emojis is this shocking thing. Like, wait, they like don't agree with everything I say, do, and think? That doesn't make any sense. That's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So like you simply have to collectively like advocate for what you want, because these people, first of all, they don't know, and second of all, they have an interest in never knowing because it is their job to exploit you.
Yeah.
We didn't bring it up in the lightning round, but Team 17, I think that's the name of the studio, they came out with those worm NFTs. And most of their business comes from being a publisher of like indies with good word of mouth.
Yep.
And just like everybody that came to just blew down their door. Like it wasn't even like any kind of like good like moral argument. It's just like no one's gonna want to play our games if you do this. And I'm sure there was moral arguments in there, but it was just like, you're gonna lose money, dude. And they're just like, oh yeah, we can't do this business model and actually do that.
My favorite is from Aggro Crab, and Aggro Crab, I think it's very funny that fucking Team 17. Okay, so I have to give the full fucking context for this. But Aggro Crab made a game called Going Under.
Yeah.
Which is a game that's like a roguelike action combat game that's like a parody of like corporate culture. And you basically play as like an unpaid intern going into these dungeons of companies that have gone under, or startups that have gone under. And it's made by Aggro Crab. It's published by Team 17 Digital. And they literally have an entire dungeon dedicated to mocking cryptocurrency as like a startup venture. And it's so fucking funny because they were straight up angry when they heard about this, because Team 17 obviously didn't consult with anyone fucking else outside of their company. None of their partners, like none of their developers even, had heard about this before they announced it. And I think we can read let's read the statement by Aggro Crab.
We at Aggro Crab condemn Team 17's decision to produce and engage with NFTs. We believe NFTs cannot be environmentally friendly or useful and really are just an overall fucking grift. Please do not harass employees at Team 17 or the devs under their umbrella, as the decision seems to have taken everybody off guard and likely came from the very top. Needless to say, we will not be working with them further titles and encourage other indie developers to do the same unless the decision is reversed. I fucking hate it here.
Nick and Callan. I would encourage everyone to go check out Going Under. It's really fun and actually pretty funny. And it is one of probably the most subversive, like it's very subversive, and not like in a outer world subversive, like really subversive.
I mean, I have it installed from your library, so
yeah,
it's an actual piece of art that has something to say. It's pretty good.
And it's just the irony that that Team 17 published this game that's just like NFTs are scams, and
They're just like putting out Worms NFTs, like that's an IP that really is lighting the world on fire these days.
Yeah, it's hot right now.
Fuck me. When I played Worms Plus on DOS, like in the 1990s, what I thought back then is like, I wish I could buy an ugly as sin image of a worm, like bedazzled.
I'm getting divorced over my purchase of a Lemmings NFT.
Fuck.
Has anyone gotten their NFT tattooed on their body yet?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Cool. That'll be good for identifying them later.
Fuck me. All right. That's all the time we have today. So, let's go ahead and do the outro.
Let's never talk about NFTs again.
Exactly. Just unless there's some NFT kills man, NFT destroys gaming industry, we probably won't talk about it again, hopefully.
Unless they invent an NFT that can take a dump, I don't want to hear about it.
Unless Kim Jong-un sends us an email offering to sponsor the podcast with his line of NFTs, every dollar goes to building a missile. We won't be talking about it any further.
Yeah,
Kim, do hit us up though.
Yeah,
we are
real.
open to it.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. So, Kay, where can people find you on the internet?
They can find me at twitter.com at KNSkittles, and they can find me on YouTube at KNSkittles as well.
All right, excellent. And also, Kay streams every weekend on Twitch at KNSkittles.
That's true. Yes.
I watched Kay's stream of Wandersong, which is a delightful game. Excellent game.
I liked it a lot.
We're going to probably talk about it in a video games are okay maybe.
I was watching Sifu earlier. That game. That game
hell
fucks.
Yeah. I love that game. I am
not
very good at it, but it's so good.
All right, Reese, where can people find you on the internet?
At Your Very Good Bud on Twitter.
All right. You can find me at 8alton8 on Twitter. You can find my YouTube channel at Alton Plays. You can find our main website at videogamesartheworst.pinecast.co. And you can find our Patreon at patreon.com/vgato12, where $1 a month gets you access to all the premium stuff, including our Jeffrey Epstein Truth episode and our Mountain Dew Horror Stories episode, and any other stuff that we upload there. Like, I'm probably going to upload the trimmings of this episode on there, where we, for some reason, talk about Popeye's biscuits and weed for 15 minutes, and that's going to be good fun.
Yeah, pay $1, access to that. And I just like to say, we solve Jeffrey Epstein's murder, and his murderer has been in the news a lot lately. So if you want to find out who that is, gotta listen.
I'll just say that the killer's real name, it rhymes with Cobby Boddock.
Wow. I mean,
it could be anyone.
Come on, they won't figure that one out, Reese.
Yeah.
It is totally was Bill Gates.
Oh, that's right.
No, it's Chelsea Clinton.
All right, let's get out of here before we get in trouble. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.